A small boat drifts just off the shoreline. The engine is still running. Backpacks sit untouched. Food is still warm. Phones left behind. But the people? Gone. No struggle. No distress signal. No trace of where they went. Just silence. And it's not the first time. Because there's an island, remote, beautiful, and disturbingly real, where people arrive and then simply vanish. So what is this place? And why do some never make it back? The island sits in the North Atlantic, about 300 miles off the coast of Nova Scotia. It's called Sable Island. From above, it looks almost unreal. A thin, crescent-shaped strip of sand, surrounded by endless ocean. No trees, no cliffs, just rolling dunes and wild grass bending in the wind. At first glance, it feels peaceful, almost too peaceful. But that calm hides something else. Sable Island is often called the graveyard of the Atlantic. Over 350 shipwrecks have been recorded in the waters surrounding it. The reason? Shifting sandbars. They move constantly, just beneath the surface, invisible to passing ships. One moment the water is deep, the next it isn't. For centuries, ships have run aground here without warning. And when they do, the ocean doesn't forgive. But shipwrecks aren't the only mystery. Because even when people make it safely onto the island, some never leave. According to historical accounts, survivors of shipwrecks sometimes attempted to cross the island on foot, searching for help. Some made it, others disappeared. Completely. No bodies. No signs of struggle. Nothing. At first, it was blamed on exposure. The island offers almost no shelter. Winds can reach violent speeds. Fog rolls in without warning, swallowing everything in seconds. But that wasn't the strangest part. Even experienced sailors, people who knew the dangers, began to go missing too. In the 19th century, rescue crews were stationed on the island to help shipwreck survivors. They knew the terrain. They understood the risks. And yet, reports began to surface of men wandering off and never returning. Search parties would comb the dunes for days. They found footprints, sometimes, but those footprints often just stopped, as if the person had simply vanished mid-step. What happened next only deepened the mystery, because despite its isolation, Sable Island isn't uninhabited. Today, a small group of researchers and conservation staff live there year-round. They monitor wildlife, study the ecosystem, and keep detailed records. And even now, strange things still happen. According to some accounts, visitors have reported sudden disorientation while walking the dunes. Landmarks disappear. Paths seem to shift. The island itself feels like it's moving, which in a way it is. Sable Island is constantly changing shape due to wind and tides. What looks like solid ground one day can become unstable the next. Sinkholes can form without warning. Sand can collapse beneath your feet. And if someone falls into one of these hidden pockets, they might not be found, ever. That's one explanation, a logical one. But not everyone agrees. Some believe the island's dangers go beyond natural causes. Local folklore tells of ghostly figures wandering the shoreline, phantom ships appearing in the fog, voices carried on the wind, calling out from nowhere. There's no solid evidence for any of this, but the stories persist, and they raise an unsettling question. Why do so many people, across different centuries, describe the same eerie experiences? Investigators have tried to piece together what's really happening. Some point to the island's extreme isolation. With no major landmarks and constantly shifting terrain, it's easy to lose direction. One wrong turn in dense fog, and you could walk in circles for hours, or straight into the ocean. Others argue that the real danger lies beneath the surface. The sand isn't as stable as it looks. Certain areas behave almost like quicksand, especially after heavy rain or tidal changes. A person could step in the wrong place and disappear before anyone realizes what happened. But then there are the cases that don't fit. People who vanished in clear weather. Experienced navigators who should have known better. Situations where no logical explanation seems to fully account for what happened. And that's where the mystery lingers. Because despite modern technology, satellite imagery, and ongoing research, Sable Island still keeps its secrets. There are no confirmed supernatural explanations, no proven hidden forces, but there are gaps, unanswered questions, moments where the evidence simply stops. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe every disappearance has a logical explanation, a misstep, a sudden storm, a hidden pocket of unstable ground. Maybe, but when you look at the patterns, the repeated stories, the footprints that vanish without a trace, you start to wonder, because some places don't just hide danger, they hide answers. And Sable Island might be one of them, a place that looks quiet, feels empty, but somehow still isn't, because even today, boats still arrive, people still explore, and every now and then, someone doesn't come back, and no one can say exactly why. Which leaves us with one final question. Is Sable Island just a dangerous stretch of sand shaped by nature? Or is it one of those rare places where the closer we look, the less we actually understand